Hello dear, welcome once again. Now in this video I am going to explain you the verse where the mind is without fear, written by Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. Before I explain the contents of this verse, let me give you the background. That is, what made Gurudev to write this poem? What is the background of this? That is very important. So when this was written, India was reeling under the ruthless rule of the British. British squeezed all our natural resources. The country's treasure was plundered and we were reduced to a poor country. And on the other hand, they kept our people illiterate deliberately so that they can rule very easily, which was a crime. And Gurudev was very much unhappy about the condition of India that time. But he was helpless. So, when we are helpless, what would we do? We only pray God. That is what he has done here. So, when we go through line by line, we come to know what type of idea and vision he had for his country. What type of a country and countrymen he wanted. That is expressed here. So let me explain you line by line. Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. That means India should be such a country wherein every Indian should be fearless and everyone should be proud of himself, where knowledge is free and everyone should have the easy access to education and knowledge. That type of a country Gurudev wanted, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. The meaning of narrow domestic walls means the things like religion, caste, creed, race, which normally we use to divide ourselves. And that was going on already. Therefore, he did not want these forces to be active, and he did not want that his country becomes fragments and weak due to these divisive forces. Where the words come out from the depth of truth. He wanted every Indian to be truthful and honest. Where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection. Striving means struggling, working hard. So he wanted every Indian to work hard and achieve perfection. Where clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary, dread sand of habits. What a beautiful line it is. Dreary, that means dry, desert. It should not become a dreary desert of dead habits, he says. Dead habits here means the ugly practices what we have in our society. For example, untouchability. So such kind of thing should not be there, he says. So Gurudev wanted every Indian should think logically, act righteously. Where the mind is led forward by thee means by you. So he wanted the mind of all the Indians to be led by God. So he requests God to lead mind itself. So beautiful it is. Into ever widening thought and action, into the heaven of freedom. So when we think logically, when we do not lose the sight of reason, we get into the heaven of freedom. So when they become broad-minded, then they will have universal acceptance. And that time there will not be any divisive forces at work. And no divisive force can break you. So when you do not break, when you are united, you are very strong. So such a strong nation Gurudev wanted. In the last line he says, "My father, O God, my father, let my country awake." So what is implied here? That means it is sleeping. So he wanted the country to wake up. It was high time that all the Indians wake up and come into action and get the freedom. And not only get the freedom, afterwards every Indian should become a noble person, an honest person, a hard-working person, a perfect person. So what all the things our Gurudev wished for this country. But what is happening today? Are these dreams realized? Partially, I can say. Because now also that narrow-mindedness still prevails. The divisive forces of caste and religion are still prevalent. Most of us are not united by heart. Only physically we live in a land, but emotionally we are not united. Even after getting the freedom, after so many years, still Gurudev's prayer has not been heard. The only thing we can appreciate is that there is an access to education, easy access to education. I think other than that, all other things are yet to come. So let us see when these prayers will be heard.